and it is July 21st, and this is the day trading update since my last video yesterday morning. Go through, it has been a crazy 24 hours, a lot of fun, and let's just dive right in. At the beginning of the video, which I shot yesterday morning about this time, about 7 a.m. Eastern, I said I was pretty much long on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Well, shortly after that video, this candle broke on news on, basically the BIP 91 protocol being locked in by the miners, and this giant candle just started to form. And I was already long here in a position, not a big one, not too big. I wish it was a lot bigger, but I rode it up. I was watching this candle, and it just kept going. It was insane yesterday, guys. Insane. If you were holding a long position on Bitcoin, you were very happy. And I believe I took some profits in here and then got right back in because I felt like it wasn't done. This is the hourly chart. By the way, when this candle popped, I got out of my long position on Ethereum. I was still stuck in a long position on Litecoin to Bitcoin, and I'll go over that in a second. But basically, I took profit at 100% return profit in here. I took it, jumped back in. It kind of flattened out. Took profit again up here. And then, I guess let's see what time this is. Yeah. I went to bed around in here and I was out of the position. I don't like to hold positions overnight, especially when it's volatile like this. I have no idea what's going to happen with the Asian markets when they get a hold of this. I did not know what I was going to wake up to, whether they kept pumping it or they dumping it, what. So this is where we are right now. I'm trending down in the hourly, kind of consolidating a little bit here in the hourly chart. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. The one I like to look at the 4-hour chart. So we're sitting at about 2,700 right now with Bitcoin to USD, and honestly don't know what direction it's going to take today. It feels like it's consolidating and will probably continue to move up. I would not be surprised if it does that, or it could dump. It could retrace its steps, basically. So I'm going to watch it. I'm not in a trade right now. I probably will be trading it once I get a feel for where I think it's going to go. So I don't have any kind of feel for that right now. So if I look at the hourly again, I just feel like we're kind of consolidating. I feel like we could retrace into this territory. Probably not. It's probably going to, my gut says it's going to keep consolidating and then pump back up. I'll wait for confirmation on what I'm feeling it's going. It could continue to erode. Like I said, I feel like this is just consolidating, people taking their profits. And then once, I think it's going to keep going, but we'll see. Let's take a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum, let's see, let me switch to my 4-hour. Actually, this is still switch over to look at Ethereum to Bitcoin on Poloniex. If I were to trade this right now, which I'm not, I would probably want to be shorting this or waiting for it to turn. My indicator showed me that we definitely are going down for a minute here. We'll see. I don't have a good feeling on this either way. Now, Litecoin, this is interesting, and this is worth talking about. I'm going to go into, okay. As you guys know from my last video, I got in, it dropped down. Litecoin's been strong lately, and I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to move into Litecoin moving into August 1st, and it'll probably get a pump because you either got to, the smart thing to do before August 1st is take your money either completely off the exchanges and put them into a wallet that you have the private keys. Other thing that people will likely do is just move out of Bitcoin into another solid coin that they feel good about. Litecoin is kind of a safe haven. Is seen by a safe haven by a lot of people, including myself. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do because I think moving into August 1st, there's going to be some really good trading opportunities. So I'll probably keep most of my stuff on BitMEX and trade the crazy. So anyway, I got in here and it continued to move down on me. Yesterday was ugly. So if you know my trading style, I don't like taking losses ever, really. And I generally do not. So, my position was a size at which I could continue to buy into this. And I was just like, dang, it's killing me, but I was having so much fun with Bitcoin yesterday. And by the way, I took 2 Bitcoin trades, both 100x profit. So 100% profit on both of those. So, had a great day on Bitcoin, but then I'm flipping to my Litecoin position. And I'm like, dude, you're killing me, Litecoin. Of course, it's Litecoin to BTC. So, but then last night started, I kept feeling like, where is the bottom here? If we look back at the chart, we had a lot of resistance here. We broke that. Now we're hitting another, support. I'm sorry. I always say that. Support here. See this line here? Lots of support. We broke that. And then last night we hit here. Boom. And so my indicators here are showing me I'm pretty confident that we're going to see this bounce up a little bit. So I bought into this, and as long as it rises above 1900, my position is pretty heavy right now, heavier than I want to be, really. And this is the danger in trading like I do, because if you're wrong, which you're going to be wrong, I'm wrong a lot of the times, and I was wrong here. I was wrong. I thought we were retracing to about here and then going back up. I was wrong. So when you're wrong, you got to have enough capital to buy into it, to lower your basis position. And that's where I'm at now. So I kept buying in, and I'm heavier than I want to be. So hopefully this thing rises above 1900-ish today. And, when that happens, when I'm stuck in a trade, I will often take half of my position right off the table for a very small profit, and then see if I can ride out the other half. So that's Litecoin for today. There's a couple quick notes, a couple quick thoughts on some things. Number one, I'm consolidating our private Facebook group into the Bitcoin Profiteer. Bitcoin Profiteer is going to be the main place where I put my day trading videos, my USI Tech videos, my BitConnect videos, and whatever else crypto I get involved with will be on Bitcoin Profiteer. There's a Facebook page. There's a YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and you follow our Facebook page. And then for those that have invested in USI Tech through my sites, either usitechofficial.com or bitconnect.works, that's with a KS, bitconnect.works. make sure you reach out to me and I'll add you to our private cryptocurrency investment group on Facebook where we can discuss all kinds of things. So make sure if you were in the USI Tech group before that you inside that group, I put a notice. I'm gonna focus everything in one place. It's too hard to keep up with everything. But one other note that I want to talk about real quick is security. So this is yesterday or the day before. Maybe yesterday. Massive security breach again with Ethereum type stuff. And well, here you go. Here's the headline. Someone stole like millions of dollars out of Ethereum wallets. So here's a couple things. Number one, if you're new to the space, this is really the wild, wild west. And you can easily lose your investments. So you need to be very careful where you play, where you put your money. Make sure you do your research. Any accounts you have, you better have two-factor authentication, and make sure you set that up. Make sure you set it up on your USI Tech account. Make sure you set it up on your BitConnect account. Set it up on every single account. I like to use an app. It's called, let's see. It's called Authy. See if you can see that. And it's got all of my two-factor authentication codes on my phone. And the reason I like it is I also have an Authy app for my desktop. So if something happens to my phone and I only had it in there, number one, Authy will create backups for you if you lose your phone, and you can restore those. Because can you imagine having two-factor authentication? And by the way, Authy basically built on the Google Authenticator protocol. There are other apps, but Authy seems to be the best. That's AUTHY. Authy. Make sure you use two-factor authentication on every one of your accounts. And if they don't offer two-factor authentication on an exchange account or anything you're messing with, then you need to be very suspect. Number two, for me, I'm not touching anything Ethereum. I would not mess with. Be very careful of Ethereum wallets. Almost all of them have been hacked. It's just a shady space right now, the Ethereum stuff. It's already dangerous enough to be messing in Bitcoin, but Ethereum just seems there's a hack. Somebody's stealing millions out of wallets every other day, it seems. So I would be very careful on the Ethereum stuff, and I wouldn't mess with it, honestly. If you want to mess with Ethereum and you're in the US or you have access to Coinbase, and I cringe to even recommend Coinbase for reasons, but they are the most regulated place to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum. They're at least trying, I think, to abide by regulations and whatnot. And nobody's FDIC insured or anything like that, but of many of the choices they are, I wouldn't keep a lot in any of these. I would, if you're just doing a buy and hold type deal, where you're buying and hold, which is for the average person in crypto, that's not going to day trade. If you're doing buy and hold and you're not investing your stagnant coin in like BitConnect or USI Tech, which those have their risks as well, which I'm fully aware of. I'm not telling you what to do here, but if you're not doing that, then you need to get a hardware wallet like a Trezor. And I have not set mine up because it's a hardware wallet. It's called Trezor. You want to set that up. Make sure you have your private keys and keep your stash there. That's my advice to be safe. Now, why haven't I haven't even opened my Trezor yet. Why? Because I'm putting my Bitcoins to work. put them to work. I'm day trading them. I'm putting money into USI Tech and BitConnect, things like that. I want to multiply my Bitcoins. Now, that may or may, I mean, that's risky. I mean, it's a lot more risky than just buying and hold. Buying and hold has its own risks, but, you know, long term, you know, if you had started buying and holding, let's take a look. I mean, I heard this the other day, and this makes a lot of sense to me. You know, everyone wants to talk about if you had put in $10 down here, you'd be a multimillionaire. What they don't want to talk about is you would have been a millionaire and then you would have lost 80% of it. And then a millionaire lost like 80%. It's a wild, wild ride. This is not like your traditional investments. But long term, if you're unemotional about it, do I believe Bitcoin is going to go to 5,000 and then to 10,000 and then to whatever? Yes, I do. I do believe that. And most of the people in this space believe that. That's why it's such a strong market. So you got to decide how you're going to play. And then you need to be smart and safe with it. This is the daily chart. Look at the daily candle. Good God. I mean, I'm trying to see, is there ever been another daily candle that's been that big? This was gnarly. Gnarly down. That's pretty big. This daily candle from yesterday was twice the size of that. We went from 22.63 up. We touched. Look, he even touched up in the 29s. It's insane. So anyway, I think that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Make sure you subscribe, follow our Facebook page, and get in the private group, and we'll discuss some things. Talk to you guys later.